All right, Burgundy and Gold Nation, before we get into this episode, I have to ask, man, please subscribe to this channel. This channel needs your support. We're going to build this channel from the ground up. I'm bringing you weekly Commander content. All you have to do is subscribe. And the best thing about subscribing is absolutely free. It won't cost you 1 penny. All right, Nation, let's get into it. Commanders Nation, welcome to Commanders Talk. It's your boy T-Man in the building. On this episode, Terry McLaurin missing from voluntary OTAs. Should we be concerned? I don't think so. Let me explain why. Terry is usually there, voluntary or mandatory. He's usually at all team workouts, period. But I think it's a smart move for him not to be there. And let me explain. Terry McLaurin is in the middle of contract negotiations for a contract extension with the Washington Commanders. So for him to show up at an involuntary workout, key word, involuntary, keep that in mind. For him to show up at these workouts and possibly get injured in the middle of some negotiations would be a bad move. Because if he gets hurt, all the negotiations are pretty much off the table. So for him, it's a smarter play for him not to be there. Just don't even show up and just, let the team know what the deal is. Now, once they reach a contract agreement, then I'm pretty sure Terry be at pretty much everything. All OTAs, preseason workouts, whatever, man, he'll be there. I'm not worried about it. Now, the one thing about this is it is involuntary. And the start of the phase, what they call the phase 3 of the all-season workouts start next week. Now, that right there would give us, to me, a better indication on where we stand with Terry. Because I don't think those workouts will be mandatory either. So they'll still be involuntary. And I doubt if he will show up. Now, if he still has reached agreement with the Commanders for a new contract extension, it will probably be a smart play for him to show up at these workouts, but just not practice or participate. He can just work off to the side. He can do his thing off to the side with the bike. You know how the injured players usually work on the sideline. You just run through some drills, do some stuff like that, and just make sure, he don't get injured. That's the key thing, man. You have to make sure Terry McLaurin stays healthy during these negotiations, period. That's the situation here. So let's check it out, man. On a scale of 1 to 10, how concerned should we be? And I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say probably like a 1. This is a small percentage we should be concerned. I think if it was mandatory OTAs and he's not there, threatening on social media that he's going to hold out and that type of stuff, then I think we should be worried. But right now it's early, and like AP said back in March that the Commanders and Terry's representatives are starting negotiations on a new deal. He said that in March. This is May. So sometimes these deals take a little longer to hammer out. So I don't think we should be worried. Terry's entering his final season under this old contract. He's scheduled to make, let me see. Terry's scheduled to make $15.5 million this coming season. So he needs an extension, man. You have to get it done, period. The Commanders have to extend this man. You got to give him his money. Terry had a great season last year, and he had 13 touchdowns, and this is his 5th straight 1,000-yard season. And he has, of course, he has Jaden Daniels throwing the ball, so I'm expecting another big year from him. Another 1,000-yard season, double-digit touchdowns for Terry this coming season, man. So I think they will get a deal done. I'm very positive that they will get a deal done with Terry. I think they will. And like I said before, if you haven't checked out my should the Washington Commanders extend Terry McLaurin episode, man, I advise you to go check that out, man. I suggest you check that out because there's a lot of data, a lot of stats in there, a lot of Pro Football Focus grades and yardage numbers and percentages, go check out that video. That's a good video. Now, Terry he had 82 catches last season for 1,096 yards. So he had a great season last year with those 13 touchdowns on top of that. So I'm hoping that this is not the beginning of something ugly, but I just don't see it turning somewhere ugly. I think they are working on it, and I think they will come to an agreement on a deal for Terry. And this is, like I said before, too, this is like the first, I think this is the first season where Terry had the same quarterback coming into a new season that he had the previous season, man, with JD5. And their chemistry is amazing, man. He early on in the season last year, JD5 wasn't like looking for Terry as much. And that could have been a Cliff Kingsbury thing. I don't know. But towards the middle of the year, towards the end, he was looking for Terry all the time. He was finding him, especially in the end zone. So, look, man, their chemistry is amazing. And you just can't let Terry walk away after, next season. You could franchise him and all that bull, but you don't want to go through that. What you want to do is just give him an extension this year. He could play this year out and know that you got him locked down for at least 3 more seasons, maybe 4. You might even want to give him a 4-year deal. But whatever you decide to give him, it's going to cost the Commanders at least 32 to 35 mil per. That's where I had him ranked in my other video. I had him up there, like, I think right below. You're not going to give him more than Jamar Chase. You're not going to do that. And you're not going to give him more than Justin Jefferson for the Vikings. So I had him around 3rd to 4th, like behind CeeDee Lamb or ahead of CeeDee Lamb. They could put him wherever they want to. But that's going to cost around 32 to 35 mil. Now, I think that would get it done. I think that would get a deal with Terry done. So, and I think that's probably where they're headed. And I wouldn't be, look, listen, man, I think this is going to happen. So all the Commanders fans, don't even sweat it. And on social media, I don't see any Commanders fans really, really, really sweating this. It's no big deal. They understand this is a business decision for Terry. It's a business move, and it's a smart move for him not to be at the voluntary OTAs, man. So, AP and the crew, man, let's get this deal done with Terry so we can move on from this and start the season on the right foot. Let's get this deal done. All right, Nation, man, that's the end of this episode, man. I appreciate y'all chiming in. Man, please get in that comment section. Let me know, are you worried that we haven't reached the contract extension with Terry McLaurin as of yet? I'm not worried at all. Also, Nation, could you please bang the like button, bang the notification bell. Please subscribe to this channel. This channel needs your support. And if you can, man, please donate to the machine. If you made it to the end of this episode, I owe you a drink, baby. Salute.